What, I mean.
Hi and welcome to our channel. We are Sam and Sean from Sham Shack Travels, and this is a new channel. We wanted to kind of document our travels, and we just got a travel trailer for the first time last year, so we're excited to kind of make it our home and travel over the summer. So first things first, we got ourselves a branded tire cover. We're excited to put it on. I have a dog named Hallie. She's a golden retriever and we love her. So she is part of our logo. And the Sham Shack is a combination of our names. So Sean and Sam, and then we got Hallie after the Sham Shack.
It's a little crooked.
But her H is in there for the the Sham show. So there we go.
Looking pretty good.
First custom touch to our trailer.
We are going to give you a tour of the exterior and interior of our new travel trailer. Have the Wildwood FSX 178BHSK. That's basically just saying there's double bunks inside. We chose this size. We thought it was going to be good for our needs. First, I'm going to start in the front.
Also, sorry if you can hear a lot of road noise in the back. We are keeping our camper at a local campground, and we don't have room in our driveway because it's also on a slope, so we do keep it here, and it is right next to a highway, so that is the noise.
This is our propane tank. This basically heats our water, and then we have an outdoor kitchen. We have one battery right now. We plan on getting an extra battery just as a backup. We do have like a little charge station here for solar. We do have like just like a little solar panel that I might try and hook up just in case we need it. I don't think we will. We have a very large awning. We really like this. We used this camper here a couple times in the fall after we bought it, and there are lights up top too that you can turn on and off with a switch inside. It's really cool. It gives a lot of shade during those hot summer days. These steps are cool. They're nice. They fold. One thing I don't like about this is I wish we had steps that kind of touch the ground, help stabilize it.
We also have Hallie, as I mentioned, and she is a little fearful of the steps, so that is also something that if we had one that kind of touched the ground, it would be a little bit easier.
Got a little window here, fresh water connection. This is our hot water heater here. We do have some nice 20 amp power outlets there, which is really cool. You know, if we ever were sitting outside and we want to hook something up, you know, stereo or whatever. Stereo. Do people even use stereos anymore?
Yeah, our camper did. They came with a Bluetooth stereo because we didn't have an outdoor option. We didn't have outdoor speakers, so.
This is our outdoor kitchen. I love it. It's really nice. This just kind of folds up, and there's a little latch over here. I mean, it's pretty simple, but it's really neat if you don't want to walk in and out. There is a fridge here. Obviously, you can keep some adult beverages in there. And then this is our kind of griddle. A little dirty, but this just pulls out. And as mentioned, the propane tank, there is a line that runs from the front down below here. And basically there is just a connection where I hook up in the back of this to that line down there.
For the winter, we decided to pick up the tire covers here. And we also have the chocks, and I'll link below anything that we use. We also winterized our camper back in the fall, so right now we aren't using it until it's warm enough where the pipes won't freeze once we do de-winterize it. So we're up in Vermont, and it's going to be a little bit before we can de-winterize and safely have it here without having issues of freezing pipe.
We did choose to get a backup camera. For me, it's not too hard to back this up, but it's just good knowing, you know, what's in back of you potentially when you're driving, and then obviously, you know, even when you're backing up.
It's also something that we got as part of the sale. We had tried to work a deal and get some items either at a discount or for free, We have a outdoor shower back here, which is great for if Hallie gets muddy, or you know, if we go somewhere like the beach or anything like that and we want to get sand off before going in.
Moving over to this side, we have a nice little cable satellite hookup, so if we do stay at any RV parks, we could hook up there. The only thing is right now we don't have a TV in there, so if we ever did, we'd have to have a TV. Obviously, black tank, city water connection, gray tank, black tank releases down there. This is our electrical. This is a 30 amp. This is our slide out. You'll see here when we get inside, but I think it's, I mean, when this comes out, I mean, just the camper, it just looks so much bigger. I would suggest if you do get one to get a slide out. It's just really cool. I know people have issues, but it just creates so much more room there. We did get a cover for our slide out too. That's one of the other things we kind of worked into the deal. We just thought any debris, if we're staying at any campsites, any leaves or storms, anything falling down, might get caught when we bring it in and out. This is our storage space. Again, another latch here. This is not a, you know, what do they call it? Pass-through storage, but it is pretty large. It goes all the way through. So we keep, you know, electrical cords.
Yeah, I think we measured it was around 7 feet.
7.5 feet, something like that.
So we did get an outdoor carpet that would fit, just so when we set up camp, we can enjoy the space beneath our awning.
Yep.
And we have some things left over. We've got some chairs and Hallie's toys. We definitely want some sort of setup, some bins or something to kind of protect when we put the water lines in there and make sure that we keep it nice. So if you have recommendations of how you like to store your water hoses and kind of those items, let us know in the comments.
Now we're going to go on the inside and we're going to show you around in there.
So I'll do a little bit. We're not going to bring this slide out just because we are parked in storage and there's not enough room, but I'll just give
the battery hooked up to even slide it out.
Yeah.
So.
But this is basically from scratch. We haven't made any modifications yet. I would like to make it a little bit more custom and make it more of a home. We did get more of a modern option, so it has the faux marble countertops. The slide out has a full kind of 3-sided bench and a big table. We do want to work remotely, so not full-time, but if we are able to, we'd like to kind of work from this table. So it was important to us to have a good amount of workspace, and also we do want to have kids, so again, that should be a good option for us. But the slide out goes out and we have plenty of room here. We've got 2 burners here with the vent.
Yeah, this is just a vent fan. Obviously, if anything.
A cute farm style sink. You can actually see some of the kind of RV antifreeze that's come out of the sink. But it has these 2 covers, so you can make it more of a cook space if you need it, prep space. And then the sink is relatively big for a camper. We've got a cabinet here where we keep dishes and a microwave. And the fridge and freezer are a pretty good size. We still have the tape on there, keeping it fresh, keeping it clean. And once we do have everything set up, I can give a better view of this. But nice freezer. And then of course the lock here. And this was the other reason why we chose this model, was that it has the 2 bunks and they are a full size. However, unless you have kids staying in these bunks, then it's really not going to be big enough for 2 people, just because the corner here does cut off for anyone who's taller. So we could probably keep maybe like 4 kids in these, or 2 adults. We have had issues with mice. We don't have much in the camper right now. Obviously we took out all food and toilet paper, towels, anything that would be good for nesting, but we have seen some droppings here in the shower and then also under the sink. So we'll have to get that cleaned up before we stay in here. So if you have tips for mice prevention, let us know in the comments. Get a nice medicine cabinet. Hi. Which is actually pretty nice and pretty spacious for a trailer. And then coming from this view, this is the entrance. We have a Murphy bed for the queen size bed. It's a little bit smaller than a queen. And then we had some storage above the bed here. And
it's a pretty nice storage area up there.
Yep.
You can put a lot of things up there. Extra sheets or something like that would be good.
And then we have the kind of couch here, which you can access the under storage area from here if you pull this up. And then we also had a little bit of storage here. This is more of a closet with the hanging bar, and we just have some items in there. So that's the intro tour. And like I said, I want to make some modifications to the interior, make it a little bit more cozy and a little bit more like home. And so in our next video, hopefully we'll be able to show some of those changes that we've made. We came here today to put the tire cover on, unveil that new logo. And then I also wanted to grab the curtains. I don't love them. They look kind of like what you would see in a hotel.
They're old and dark.
Well, they're not old. They're just dark. They're not our style. And I want to brighten things up in there. Pretty much everything is gray within the style of the Wildwood FSX 2021 model.
2021 model, yeah.
So I wanted to add some like cream color, some just color. And actually, I love white curtains, white drapes, and so I bought some curtains from Christmas Tree Shop, which if you don't have that in your area, it's kind of like Home Goods or TJ Maxx type of store. And so I bought some that are just, you know, normal household curtains, and I'm going to use these as a template and kind of create some new ones that have the plastic pieces on there so that I can just slot them on. I also got one for across the slide out, and I would like to install a curtain rod for that. So I will bring you along on the modifications that we make, and these are some simple changes. We did buy a newer model, so we don't really have to make major changes, but just to make it more comfortable and more to our style, that's what I would like to do. So that is the first step. Necessarily travel, but it's a beautiful day, so we decided to take a little bit of a trail walk. We're in Shelburne, Vermont, and we're at the Shelburne Bay Loop. It's a 2.5 mile loop, but it's off season, and it's once we got to kind of like the end of the loop, there was a lot of brush that had fallen, and in Vermont it is mud season, which basically means that anything that's dirt is mud. So rather than going through the trail, we kind of stuck more on the path that had gravel. But yeah, it was a nice little trail. It's more local. It's more of people who are walking their dogs or just taking a walk. It's not really a tourist attraction, but if you ever do stay in the Burlington area, it might be a nice little trail to check out. Hallie had a lot of fun. She loves it. So now we're just heading back, and we're just gonna relax, maybe go out to dinner. Thank you for watching and joining us on our tour of our trailer. Leave a comment below. Let us know if you had any tips for mice prevention. I know that it's just something that comes with the territory, but if you have any ideas, let us know. And we will catch you on the next one.